Hello children, and I welcome you all to our special English hour. Here we learn lots of new things while having fun. Are you ready to have fun? Let's get started. As you all know, we start our day with something fun and interesting. So today I have a tongue twister for you. Are you ready for the new tongue twister? The tongue twister is he threw 3 free throws. Sounds confusing? I will repeat. The tongue twister is he threw 3 free throws. Now, let's try saying it in one go. He threw 3 free throws. He threw 3 free throws. He threw 3 free throws. Now, I will try to say it a little faster. He threw 3 free throws. He threw three throws. Oops! I failed it in the second attempt. I couldn't do it. Could you? Children, do you remember from your history that we as human beings used to live in caves? And we were apes. We created fire using stone. I'm sure you all remember this. But now we have come a far way. In so many years, we have been able to invent many things. And these inventions have put us in a position which is very high. Human race is very advanced. And let's talk about these technological advancements. There have been many advancements, and these advancements have put our society at a very high position. Let's do a quiz about this. I know you might be aware of some of these technological advancements. So what I am going to do is, I will be giving you a few clues. Based on the clues, you have to guess which invention I am talking about. Sounds easy? Let's give it a try. This is a machine that was used to transfer text and images on paper. Can you guess what machine is this? Yes, it is a printing press. This machine was invented by Johannes Gutenberg. Now, let's move to our second invention. This is a thing that glows in the night and gives us light. Can you guess what invention this was? Yes, this was light bulb, and this was invented by Thomas Edison. Now, let's move to our third important invention. This device helps us keep connected to people who are far away from us. Can you guess what this device is? Yes, this device is telephone, and telephone was invented by Graham Bell. Telephone is also a very important invention. Even in times like today, telephone is the most important device that we use. Now, let's move to our next important invention. This was a device that helped us to reach places at a very faster rate. Can you guess what this thing was? Yes, this was aeroplane. Aeroplane was invented by the Wright brothers. Now, the last and the most important invention. This invention helped people or computers of people around the world to get connected with each other. Can you guess what technology was this? Yes, it was internet. So children, these were some of the most important technological advancements that help us reach to the position where we are right now. Now, let's learn some new words. You will see these words in the poem when we read it. So I request you to please make a note of these words in your notebooks. Linger, linger, linger. He wanted to linger outside the classroom. Aloof, aloof, aloof. He always wanted to be aloof. Venture, venture, venture. The two friends started a venture. Efface, efface, efface. We should efface bad memories. Reproof, reproof, reproof. She looked at her with reproof. So children, we learned 5 new words today. Now, let's revise them. Linger, aloof, venture, efface and reproof. I hope you remember these words and I hope that you have made a note of these words in your books. Now, let's read a poem from our textbook. The name of the poem is It Can Be Done. Children, I request you to please open page number 49 of your textbook. I will be reading the poem and I request you to point at the words as I read them. And if you don't have a textbook, listen to me carefully. The man who misses all the fun is he who says it can't be done. Children, there are many things in which we might not be good, or there are many things which we haven't tried. But if given an option, would we say no? For example, I was scared of heights, but I wanted to always trek, but I never got an opportunity. When I was a little older, I went on my first trek, and at that time, I overcame my fear. If I would have said no to that opportunity, I probably would have never tried it. And since I tried it, I love trekking. I make sure that I am able to go on treks at least 2 or 3 times in a year. So here the poet is also trying to say the same thing, that if we say no to everything, we will miss out on fun in life. So we should not be the man who says no, because if we do that, we will never know what the fun is. In solemn pride, he stands aloof and greets each venture with reproof. Here, the poet is trying to say that if we get an opportunity and if we talk about it negatively or think about it negatively, then we will not be able to do anything. We will be left alone behind. We cannot have the attitude of being aloof. Aloof is someone who likes to stay alone. And if we have that kind of attitude, we will never grow in life. Had he the power, he'd efface the history of the human race. Children, we spoke about how we as a human race have evolved. We started creating fire from stone, and right now we are connected globally. This is how far the human race has come. We also spoke about the technological advancements that helped us reach at this stage. Do you think all of this would have been possible if we had an attitude about saying no to everything? What would have happened if all these scientists or great thinkers would have said no to everything? Would it have been possible to live a life that we are living today? No, it would not have been possible. The world would have been a different place. So here, the poet is trying to say that if we have an attitude like this, we might erase the entire human history. We'd have no radio or motor cars, no streets lit by electric stars. Here, the poet is trying to say that if we have it can't be done attitude, then we will miss out on the greatest inventions of human history. We won't have any vehicles. We wouldn't have radio, or we wouldn't even have electricity. No telegraph nor telephone. We linger in the age of stone. The poet further goes on to say that if we had "it can't be done" attitude, we would probably still be in the Stone Age, where there was no advancement, where life was very difficult, which is why the poet says that we must not have "it can't be done" attitude, because that stops us from developing further. The world would sleep if things were run by men who say "it can't be done." Here, the poet is saying that if we had men who would say no or "it can't be done" to everything, the world would be in dark or it would remain asleep, which is why we don't need men who say "it can't be done," but we need men who say "it can be done." Children, can you tell me what did we learn from this poem? The poem talks about how we should not have a negative attitude towards things in life. We need to understand that we will come across many new things, but we can't give up on those things. We need to face those things, and in the process, if we make mistakes, we should overcome them and we should try to learn something from them. We need to understand that every difficult situation that comes our way is always a learning opportunity. We also need to understand that if we have a negative attitude or an attitude which says "this cannot be done," then we will never grow in life. Only if we take up more challenges will we grow in life, which is why it is very important that we face difficult situations, because difficult situations are always a learning opportunity for us. Children, I hope you learned something from this poem, and I hope the poem motivated you. Now, let's do an activity. In this activity, you will see 3 sentences on your screens. The sentences will say "I can," "they can," and "we can." Next to all of these sentences, you will see blank spaces. Now, what we need to do is fill in these blank spaces using our words. For example, if the sentence is I can write "I can drive a car." Now, we need to create 5 sentences each for all the 3 statements. Sounds easy? You have 30 seconds for this activity and your time starts now. Children, were you able to write these sentences? I have also written these sentences. Let's have a look. I can learn to drive a car. I can learn from my mistakes. I can score full marks in maths. I can be a state player in badminton. I can finish my assignments before school starts. Now, let's have a look at the statements that start with they can. They can win the World Cup match. They can perform on stage. They can save people from the accident. They can finish the project before time. They can speak French. Now, let's have a look at my sentences which start with we can. We can play a football match. We can win this dance competition. We can sing a song for her birthday. We can stay safe at home. We can speak and write in English. Children, I hope you were also able to create such sentences using your own words. Children, wasn't it an interesting activity? I hope you also got motivated by writing those sentences. Now, let's do another activity. This activity is very simple. On your screens, you will see an image of the poem, and you have to find out the rhyming words from the poem. Sounds easy? Let's give it a try. You have 20 seconds for this activity, and your time starts now. Children, were you able to find the rhyming words? Let's have a look. First pair is aloof and reproof. Second pair is car and star. The third pair is Ephes and race. The fourth pair is fun and run. And the last pair is telephone and stone. I hope you all got the answers correct. Children, today we spoke about many inventions that shaped human history. Now, for homework, I would request you to find out or write down things that have wheels on it, because wheels is one of the greatest invention of humankind. Can you do that? Children, I hope you had fun in today's session, and most importantly, I hope you learned something new. I will see you in our next session. Until then, take care and stay safe. Bye.